The sound is probably not what you guys are used to. It's kind of how it was at the end of the stream yesterday. What I realized is, what am I saying? What I realized, oh, my battery charger, it died. But I was like, I had it for about 6 years. So, I mean, I got my money's worth out of it. But so that's why the batteries weren't charged yesterday. So I'm having to cut out on some batteries. Of course, we still got to run the lighting and everything. But I had to cut out on, the mic batteries in order so we can run a stream because we can still use the camera sound, even though it's not as good as the actual microphone sound. But so just give me a minute. I think I got a new charger coming in the mail tomorrow, and then the sound will be back to what you guys are traditionally used to. So appreciate you guys coming out and hang out on the stream. Get some of this stuff in order real quick. Oh yeah, I guess that's a little important note. Kind of had a relaxed morning this morning. Usually it starts really fast and just all over the place, but it's been decent so far. Waiting for a couple of things to happen in the market, and we'll see what happens. And we'll talk about some of that today on the stream. So just getting this stuff in order. So as I always say, get you guys comments and questions on in the chat, and I'll answer them after we get through all the stories and news and all that different kind of stuff. So as we can see, let me pull out to the 7 day. It's a pretty big change on this 1 day. As you see from the 7 day, we were down at that 62,000 range. I kept saying listen, I'm not trying to say I'm a genius or nothing like that, but I would say I didn't see us dropping below 59,000, and we kind of held above that for the last month. Pretty much, I think the lowest we were seeing was at like 61. Let's see. Yeah, we got down. We wicked down to 60,000 for a minute, but not for long. But this whole week pretty much has been trending up because of the halving, and like I said, speculation around what people think is going to happen around the halving. Some people are new to hearing what the halving is, and then when they find out what it is, and if they think in traditional terms, they're going to FOMO in, which I won't say nothing's wrong with that. Actually, I'm getting into one of the topics I'm gonna talk about later. But anyway, so Bitcoin's been going up. It looked like it hit 67.2 for a minute. I didn't even see that because I've been focused on other stuff. And I'm gonna tell you, especially in these next coming months, I'm getting way ahead of myself, but whatever. In these next coming months, there's going to be a lot more projects coming out than people know. So that's one, but at the same time, it's going to be very selective about, or you probably should be very selective about what projects you get into. Stuff you can make money on, or that you feel the most bullish about. So, like I said, people think it's saturated now, but they have no idea. They have no idea. To be honest, I have an idea, but you won't feel it until you see all the projects out, and your eyes are just jumping from place to place trying to figure out what to get into. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting time in every single way. Far as a lot of projects coming out, one, the FOMO, price volatility is about to get real crazy, and I know some of y'all already think it's crazy, but y'all have no idea. Actually, I thought a lot of you did, but it's seeming like a lot of people have no idea what's going on or what's about to happen. Anyway, so I don't know. I don't care. I know everybody they got to have a big take on what Bitcoin is doing. Like, it's bullish or it's bearish. Yeah, I don't really. I show it so kind of where it's at, but I don't really care. I won't care about this until at least, let me count right. What are we in, April? When I first started beginning to care, it'll probably at least be 6 months from now. Right now, in the next 6 months, I don't really care what Bitcoin does. Not really. A little bit, but just to see maybe where we can get some better buys of what's going to happen. But I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if this was one of y'all. Probably wasn't. But it says, did anyone buy 500 Bitcoin today? They noticed a fresh new wallet withdrew 500 Bitcoin, $33 million from Binance an hour ago. And as you know, Bitcoin is a more probably one of the safer assets, especially in the space with the biggest market cap. So a lot of these big dogs with big money, as I always tell y'all, they're gonna put money into stuff like Bitcoin because whereas most of you're used to the crypto space, you looking for everything to be, some of y'all minimum 100x, which y'all get a wake up call soon. Not everything's going 100x, but most people are looking for minimum 20, 30x. These people, they'll be glad they get 50%. Imagine, listen, like imagine, I'm pretty sure their net worth is more than this, but you put $30 million in something, and a few months later, you can pull out another 15 million. I'm pretty sure they'll have no complaints on that. And I'm pretty sure they got all their kind of tax loopholes and all that kind of stuff set up if they can make these types of moves. So yeah, more people are gonna start coming into space. But I really brought this up to say the same thing I said yesterday. Trust and believe. If they put $33 million in Bitcoin, they got at least $1 million that's going into altcoins. It's going to be pumping some of our bags. So, and there's multiple of these people. It's not just one person. The only thing about this is we see this buy at one time. Granted, there's probably a bunch of millionaires and billionaires out there that have been slowly buying and probably buying from different wallets, same way I do, from different wallets or whatever. And so, nobody really knows how much you hold. But yeah, so it's people finding out. They finding out what the find out is. So yesterday's, sorry, I didn't go to the tab. So yesterday's outflows or inflows, INO, inflow, outflows, had a net profit or whatever you want to call it, positive. It was $62 million, which is not huge. That's way less than what we've been getting like since the ETF started. But you got to realize there's going to be a lot of speculation around the halving, whether the price is going up or down. But if their clients are asking for it right now because they heard about the halving or whatever, then they're going to buy it for them or whatever. They're going to try to make sure their clients in the profit. And to be honest, I'm saying this completely, I didn't even plan to say this, but I want to start like working on the math of when all these inflows and outflows are happening, so I can kind of at least kind of know when the majority of the clients coming into these ETFs are, getting profits. Like the ones now, this one I don't think people understand either. Trust me that these ETFs been buying Bitcoin way before they got approved or whatever. But I still want to go off this metric, when the ETF started trading, to try to figure out some kind of equation to figure out kind of like what am I saying? Like when they might be taking profits or whatever. I'm a math person, so Anyways, it's not the best inflow outflow day, but it's still cool. This was saying that the mining costs for Bitcoin after the halving surged to 77,000 per Bitcoin. And so, like I've been saying, with the halving, they cut the rewards in half, and it's harder to mine the Bitcoin rewards or whatever. So, and this is talking when it says 77,000 to mine a Bitcoin, they're talking about the electricity costs that it costs their computers, their whatever you want to call them, that they use to mine the Bitcoin. So that's the electricity cost it costs them to mine one Bitcoin. So these miners, and I keep seeing people say it, but either they're new to the space or they never really understood. Miners are not is not some video gamer that is mining Bitcoin on his gaming computer. I mean, I'm pretty sure they can, but when we talk about miners, we talk about these big companies. They got huge computing power and all that kind of stuff. So, but it said at the same time, because of the transaction fees going up, the fees were $240,000. So, they still in profit. This will give them time to make some profit and give them a chance to buy new equipment to, up their game or whatever, if they want to start, mining more Bitcoin. And so a lot of people, like they say, this happens like every time the halving comes around, people get scared that we're going to lose all the miners, because when the cost goes up, some of the miners that were mining before can't afford, if the price goes up to 77K per Bitcoin, so they can't pay that electricity bill. So people are saying like, oh, they're going to stop mining. Whatever. For one, they're going to buy more equipment. And still, that's still less Bitcoin coming into circulation, which is still going to cause the price to go up. It just will be less for people to buy, but supply and demand. But a lot of people have different takes on this. I don't want to really get into that whole argument or whatever, because people just go too far down the rabbit hole. And I talk about this stuff sometimes so people can kind of understand what's going on, but I hate to say it this way, but I really don't care. I buy altcoins and wait for the money to come to you. Like sometimes, like I said, I think because people got to make content, and like I said, they see their Twitter and YouTube as content making, which I don't. For this channel, I don't see it for content making. Like some of my other channels, I do, but I'm just here to talk about crypto, so I'm not trying to have a polarizing opinion or take on a hot take on anything. So anyway, moving on from that. This is pretty much the same thing. I lined these up a little poorly, but It's just showing that it's saying the ETF's update net inflow is 932 Bitcoin, 69% lower than the average since launch, but it's also reduced outflows from Grayscale, which is something I was talking about yesterday. And it's just showing the different inflows and outflows or whatever. But as soon as Grayscale calms down on all those outflows, we're going to be good. I saw somebody that interpreted this incorrectly. They thought this meant a lot, but it means a little. It doesn't mean a lot. It means the opposite. So it says Bitcoin has the same number of users as the internet had in 1997. As we know, it wasn't that many people on the internet in 1997. Some of us were babies. But so what this metric is really saying that you guys you're early. So if you're in crypto and Bitcoin right now, you're much earlier. Like look at this computer. Like some of us never even used something that looked like that. But right now, everybody's got a laptop. They got a computer on their phone. Everybody's using the internet. So it's just a constant reminder that you're early when you feel like you don't know what you're doing. You're just early. As I always say, I've been saying this on my channel for months that everybody brags about being early, but it actually does not feel good to be early because you're just sitting there waiting for everybody else to find out. You know, you ever had like an artist that y'all listen to and you like think they really dope, and then nobody's paying attention to them, and then everybody finally starts talking about them. You like, I've been listening to this artist for months or whatever, and so you feel like you in your little. Okay, we had a whole segment. I have no idea what just happened with the stream. All right, let's keep going. So I don't know if you guys got cut out too because I didn't see any comments. I was trying to see if the sound was good, but I guess we back now. All right. So what I was saying was I have no idea what was happening. But what I was saying was, oh yeah, Bitcoin now outranks Meta. I still call them Facebook. It's now the ninth. It's now ninth in the world's largest assets by market capitalization. So we're growing, and I think it's going to get much bigger than this. I know a lot of people think I'm crazy. I still say I'm not trying to be bearish, y'all. I'm really not. But I keep saying 115. But what I will say is, I mean, if the metrics are right, I'll be doing all kinds of fake stuff on the stream. I'll be bugging, but whatever. What I can say is it can, I don't know, it can shoot up to 200, 300,000. I don't know. I haven't done the math. I don't know how this market is going to react to everything. That's why I say, even when people ask me about different altcoins, like, where's this going to go? I said, I like it, but everything in this market depends on how other people accept it. Retail investors, when they come in, what they like, and you can't decide for everybody what they'll spend their money on, and all that kind of stuff. I would say if I were to say a more bullish target, I know this still sounds bearish to most of y'all. I would still say 140 Bitcoin because what I think is like a lot of people were coming in last cycle. Everybody was hearing about Bitcoin or whatever, and alts were kind of known about, but not really. But people realize they can make more money on alts. So even though more money is going to be flowing into the space, I feel like not everybody's going to be buying Bitcoin like they were before. The price is higher, the market cap is higher. Some of the big dogs will. So you will have a lot of these institutions come in. But like I said, I'm cool if I'm completely wrong. I don't know. But I feel like a lot of people going to come in real hot and just be grabbing altcoins really early. Whether that's bigger market cap altcoins like Solana, Sui, some of these other guys, or if they going down DJing with us and meme coins and stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. This one says Middle East crypto market surges. Daily traders up 160% in the year. The I say UAE leads the region in crypto adoption with 72% of local users investing in Bitcoin. Local countries predominantly rely on global centralized exchanges with minimal demand for local exchange platforms. Crypto adoption in the region is projected to reach 700,000 daily traders by the end of 2024. The growth is attributed to favorable local crypto regulations, the approval of Bitcoin ETFs, and the increasing attractiveness of digital assets amid a market upturn. So what I will say about this, like I said, a lot of money is in Dubai and the UAE. I don't want to say like that's all the UAE, but y'all know what I'm saying. There's a lot of money over there. But if you've been paying attention on the streams I've been talking about, realize that Binance just got a license over there, and OKX already had a license over there a couple of weeks ago. So that's why even when I'm looking at different projects, I'm looking at who's attached to what. And I feel like there's a couple of projects that they're gonna be really pumping, because that's their people. They're gonna support their people or whatever. And like I said, now you got Binance and OKX just about to be over there. It's about to be lit, y'all. So this is about to be crazy. So y'all just wait for it. But on the flip side, they already kicked Binance out. I don't know if some of y'all were around last cycle. I remember we had Binance US, and some of us were still, we still kind of got in the regular Binance, but we had Binance US, and they kind of out of here. I think you can only onboard. I think you can onboard with crypto now, but you can't do it with fiat like you were doing before. I haven't used Binance or Binance US in so long that y'all I can't even remember. But anyway, so they've been having problems in the Philippines. SEC, they're making a move to remove the apps from the Binance app from the Apple Store and the Google Play Store. And I'm not going to read the whole letter, but on top of that, they also Binance is sued by Canada for the securities law violation. So man, I don't know if they just this. You got to realize, like, even though we talk about countries fighting against one another and all this stuff, the big dogs, the top 1%, whatever, in some form or factor, they all work together. And I know it's been in the States of, really they've been trying to out Binance. So uh, Coinbase could be like the top dog here and get most of the trading fees or whatever. I'm going to go on a little tangent here, but this is about crypto. So they try to get Binance out of here so Coinbase could be the main dog over here. And plus, a lot of the Bitcoin custody is with Coinbase. I mean, the Bitcoin ETFs is with Coinbase. Here's another thing. I'm just talking about this on stream. I don't think I get struck down for this. But this is what I was talking about. Even with the whole, like, they got rid of KuCoin. We don't have KuCoin. We don't have Bybit. We don't have a lot of these, OKX or whatever. And now it looks like they're trying to, go after Mexi. What I will say is, if you're in crypto, you should be woke to how the government and all this crap works and how they try to keep us down. And even the capital gains was like 15%. Now we're up to 20%. But what I've been speculating is, and it's pissing me off. And so y'all took KuCoin and all these exchanges away from us. Now we got Mexi's on the fence right now. And so what I fully believe, just to make this simple, is y'all know that people in the States are the main investors in crypto. Y'all, it feels like they're purposely trying to make it so we can't access crypto on these other exchanges. But believe me, they got a way too. But they're purposely trying to make it so the U.S. citizens can't access crypto early. So we will be all like last minute retail investors and FOMOing on Coinbase. Bro, we not about to have it. We not y'all. We talked about it in the Patreon stuff. We're gonna try to do. So yeah, I'm not about to be a part of that. But I was thinking about that last night. I was like, wait a minute. They literally try to make us all last minute retail investors. So we all are people waiting for it to be listed on Coinbase. I'm like, not about to play that game. But anyway, yeah, they got rid of Binance because Binance was pretty cool. And to be honest, I thought because Binance was in the States at a point, then they got out and they made Binance US, which didn't have as many tokens. And I was thinking that Binance could come back. Last cycle I was thinking that, but they really just they got rid of them, man. So it's messed up. But anyway, speaking on the same topic, says Venezuela looks to Tether to bypass sanctions. Everybody's tired of their government BS, man. It says Venezuela state-run oil company started experimenting with Tether in 2023. Venezuela is using USDT to bypass sanctions, Reuters reported. This is the country's second experiment with crypto as a means to bypass sanctions. Venezuela's state-owned oil company, PDVSA, is looking to Tether USDT as a means to bypass new sanctions placed on it by the United States, Reuters reported. Reuters reports that the PDVSA is trying to integrate more usage of USDT as a hedge against having foreign bank accounts frozen. Tether is the world's largest dollar peg stablecoin. Did not respond to, or excuse me, Tether did not respond to a request for comment by CoinDesk by press time. Listen, they dealing with the same thing we dealing with, even though it's their foreign bank accounts. Same thing with our bank accounts. And I talk about this plenty of streams, how you can't even withdraw the amount. You might have a certain amount of money in the bank, but you can't even withdraw it. You got a daily limit. I just don't know how we put up with some of this stuff for so long. Like, I think we just accept stuff as normal when it's really not normal. You should not have a daily limit on your money where you can withdraw it. That's why I'm just excited about all these crypto debit cards. And as long as I've been in crypto, I never thought about getting one. I know some of you guys said you had the crypto.com one, but I mean, it's some things I like about it, whatever. But I'm looking forward to the Tangent one or whatever. But so I can just spend my crypto right out there. Granted, like I said, I'm not skipping on my taxes. I'm not trying to do that. I know a lot of y'all be talking about that. That's up to y'all. Y'all can do what you want to do, but I'm not trying to, like I said, I've seen prison. I haven't been to prison, but I have a lot of, yeah, they're not they're friends. They're definitely friends and not associates. I have a lot of friends that ended up in prison, and when you go there, trust me, it's not somewhere you want to be. I know it's BS, the 20% on capital gains or whatever, but I'm not trying to see prison. But y'all can do what y'all want to do. But what I will say is I am trying to keep all my money in crypto as much as I can, and spend it off my crypto debit card. I want to talk about this one is this early. Hold on, let me push this story down some. It's kind of big, but whatever. Anyway, it says just in the New York Stock Exchange is considering a proposal for 24/7 trading, according to FT. In other words, the stock market would never lose. Excuse me. In other words, the stock market would never close, much like crypto markets now. Everybody wants to be like crypto now. Y'all see how this works? And it's funny because they stupid. I'm gonna say it. Their stupidity and lack of critical thinking, like, oh, that's why crypto's winning because it's 24/7. No, it's one's because it's not heavily owned by all y'all. We not pumping y'all bags. We can get in early projects. The market caps are lower, and people just like the decentralization better. It's not because we're 24/7, but these idiots. Let me say this one thing I learned: as the older I get, all the people who think they're smart and even that you thought were smart are actually dumb. Like most, that's probably harsh, but no, it's true. So anyway, but yeah, they think they're smart. They've been told they're smart, but they don't have the critical thinking that they need to have. Like that's one thing I've like always was a fan of, even younger. Like I know a lot of people hated word problems in school. I used to love word problems. I used to like trying to figure out, the word problems and stuff, and I like working on my critical thinking. But it's funny. I'm pretty sure that's how a lot of them are thinking. Like, oh, we can compete with crypto now because we'll be 24/7 too, bro. Don't nobody care. Ain't nobody trying to grab anyway. So anyway, that's that. Of course, maybe you got in coin early, and so some of the crypto stocks may be doing well, but overall, ain't nobody really trying to do that. I'm gonna skip this one. I'm gonna skip this. This is about the injective deflation or whatever, which I got in early, but I don't want to like be up here talking about my bags and gloating in nobody's face, but whatever. I don't want to talk about that one either. Where we at? We decent on time. We at 23 minutes. It's kind of cool, but it's kind of boring. I already talked about. I pulled that article up twice. Excuse me. I didn't even go. Just a minute, y'all. Sorry. Anyway, I'll probably skip that one too. But let's go to this one. So stablecoin supply hits highest level in nearly 2 years amid USD growth. Toward the end of last week, the total supply of USD peg stablecoins hit 165 billion, the highest level in nearly 2 years. Ripple said earlier this month that the supply will hit 2.8 trillion by 2028. I'm pretty sure. I thought that was about to say the end of the cycle, but probably by 2028. I think so. The total supply for US dollar peg stablecoins appears to be trending towards its previous all-time high as the issuing of new tokens creates an increasing increasingly more competitive space. Toward the end of last week, the total supply of USD peg stablecoins hit 165 billion, the highest token supply in 2 years, according to Block Data Dashboard. The expanded supply of stablecoin has been buoyed by the rising market cap of Athena synthetic dollar. I'm still not on the Athena bandwagon, but whatever. Or USDE stablecoin, which in recent days has plateaued around 2.4 billion. Y'all get it. Y'all get what it is. But yeah, I mean, of course, we'll need more stablecoins on the market too, because I mean, the market's about to be popping. I know. I'm gonna get to what the thumbnail is about. It's not clickbait. I'm gonna get to that in just a minute. Um, but so yeah, I'll talk about this one. So it's crazy. This is some kind of fun news. I don't know what you want to call it, but it says this project only one is announced to excited to announce 1.3 strategic round, bringing our total capital raise to 4.8 million to build the OnlyFans of Solana. You know what's crazy about this? It wasn't this last cycle because I'm gonna tell y'all. So I told you I'm a big Solana head. I got some friends that are the developers over there, and so but it's not insider trade. I found out about this stuff myself. I just they like the developing over there. I kind of learned to respect Solana, whatever. Even like I said, when the downtime was going on or whatever. But anyway, so I was heavy in Solana ecosystem last cycle, and a lot of the projects didn't even really see any life because we had the whole FTX thing and a lot of stuff was happening. But I just found in one of my wallets, I'm still holding this joint. I got in it really early, like so I didn't even have this in my portfolio, but they were not this last cycle. But it's crazy because we kept saying last cycle that aren't they trying to be that? Because last cycle it was for like influencers and it was supposed to be like a social media platform, and then like the content creators could like give give the people their token, and then they can get like rewards off the token or whatever, and then like say it was an artist and they had a concert. If you was holding their token on only one or whatever, then you could be able to get into the concert for free, get free merchandise. It's like little perks. It's supposed to have been like creator tokens or whatever along with the platform. But now I guess they done revamped it and whatever, and they just like we just want to go there. They want to. Listen, y'all. I know some of y'all probably not even liking me talking about this or whatever, and you like you supposed to be a Christian. But all I'm saying is, I kind of knew this was going to happen. But what they said is we already got the infrastructure for it. We already been building this project. We already got the developers, so they beat other people to the punch. And to be honest, they already had the name was already kind of there, anyways. So, because they be complaining about the fees over there. I ain't on there, but this is probably gonna take off. I don't know. But yeah, I still got some tokens sitting in my wallet. I got so many wallets. Sometimes I forget when I'm holding. But yeah, I still got these from last cycle sitting in my wallet. So we're gonna see what happens with that. Oh, I should have. This should have been one of the first stories I read and got into. But I did not finish this or whatever. But anyway, Alex is saying breaking way more mind-blowing details about X payments announced, which is what Elon is trying to do on X or Twitter. I still call it Twitter. It's so hard to call it X. But it said everything we just learned about the insane future of X. X will basically become your bank account, which I already kind of knew they was going for that. Completely replaces services like Venmo, store your money and earn interest, tip other creators, buy products from vendors, creators, use X payments in physical stores. Any way you use money, you will be able to do it with X. Before I finish reading, that's what I was saying about the crypto debit cards, because everybody's moving towards that. When all your friends telling you stupid for being in crypto, I'm like, you dummies, y'all all gonna be in crypto. That's where probably most of y'all gonna be spending your money. Everybody's gonna have crypto debit cards soon, even though they don't know it. But I already knew because I've been talking for the last weeks of months about Elon keep getting the money licenses in each state. Like last time I looked, he was up to like maybe 27 states. I don't know where is that now. I should have looked up this morning, but I didn't get a chance to get through the story. But I'll be honest, I never really was an extra Twitter user until I started the whole crypto thing, and I never really did it. But they definitely aiming to make the platform something crazy. So you should never have to take your money. Wait. You should never have to take your money. I think he meant to say off X. He said on X. There's no other social platform that will have this type of functionality. This will absolutely explode the creator economy. I do believe that creators will have more ways than ever to monetize. 2024 is the year of X. There is no platform more excited to be on. It's crazy because I always, I don't think people realize how important this is to keep up with, like all these news stories we be talking about, because it's definitely going to be integrated in some of the projects that are coming out soon. But I even saw, like, I think it was Jerry Seinfeld yesterday was talking about, and I keep trying to tell people this industry I work in, And I know people like you're not scared. So, but I'm not as far as the film industry. And that's not for it's two reasons I took a break. For one, the crypto cycle started again. I got back in the bear market because I know there's money to be made here. If I could take the money I'm making in the film industry and put it in crypto, I can make way more money. But at the same time, like Jerry Seinfeld was saying yesterday in an article, he was saying how the film industry is not there like people thinking. So people always ask me like, man, so how can I get in film? And I'll just be want to tell them like, I don't know if it's going to be here. And it's hard for people to believe because they're like, entertainment is never going to go anywhere. Yeah, pay attention to what you just said. Entertainment is never going anywhere. But the way we've been doing films and stuff, because actually it's the producers and studios' faults because they keep trying to pump out IP. They mess up the IP. Nobody wants to see the movies. They rush the screenwriters to write the movies and stuff. And the movies end up coming out trash or whatever. And then they try to cheat the writers, actors, and everybody on the back end when you talk about residuals and royalties. So a lot of people get tired of it. So when stuff comes out like this, you're gonna have more independent filmmakers, more actors, more content creators. Even though some of these skits people be doing are trash, I ain't gonna lie, it'd be such bad acting. But these people who do all the little comedy skits and stuff like that, they're gonna be flocking to X and these other platforms where they can get more share of the revenue, where people can, like say on X, where people can tip them and stuff like that. And just blockchain payments are gonna make stuff like just much easier. So this is kind of some dope developments. What is this right here? Do I want to talk about this one? Oh wow, this is shocking news. I've never ever talked about this one before. So this is what I was saying about. I've been talking about this since I started this channel. How most of that, like I call it the accredited investor tactic or whatever. But most of the stuff that we used to in the regular world, whether it's stocks or whatever, is coming to the Web3 world. But anyway, let me read what he says, and then I'll get my take on it. But he says founders should be aware of the VC Ponzi schemes. This is widely known in Web2, but more egregious in Web3, in my opinion. It happens like this: VCs spray $1 million checks in 20 million seed rounds, pressure founders to raise at $100 million prematurely, puts in $1 million in the follow-ons. On paper, the original $2 million investments are now worth $6 million, a pop 3x before dilution. Rinse and repeat for as many protocols, like he says, as possible. Show paper markup to FOMO LPs, raise more funds on paper marks, and milk 2% management fees. I would keep telling y'all all the stuff that y'all think I'm boring. Y'all gonna have to hear other people say it way later, because it's not that I'm smarter than anybody. It does not mean that I have more alpha than anybody. But I'm always looking at stuff like really critically and like seeing what's going on. And I've been saying this for the last couple of months. And now you see other people starting to talk about it. But he's saying how his VC firm doesn't do this, but it's the game that people playing. And so that's why I say when people are talking about FOMO and it's in different projects, like you got to look at the dilution, look at the VCs behind it, look who's backing it, and you can kind of tell if they're going to be playing games with you or not, or if they're going to be dumping on you. Look at the vesting schedules and all that kind of stuff, because a lot of people. Listen, there's the whole back and forth where people talking about fully diluted as a meme in a bull run. There's so many takes on that, and I'm half and half on it. But you do got to pay attention to what the vesting is. Sometimes you got to look at what the circulating market cap is to fully dilute it, but also look at the timing of when those tokens are coming out. When are these coming out? When are these tokens coming out by? Like by the end of the bull run that we're looking at, how many tokens are going to be in circulation? The dilution might not be as bad, but these are things you got to consider, because these VC, they playing these games. We was not having projects coming out at these high valuations last cycle like they are this cycle. Like so many projects coming out at $1 billion valuation, $3 billion valuation. Like y'all not even giving a chance for retail investors to really make any money. So it's just something you got to pay attention to, and that's something I'm paying attention to, the projects that we get in the market. So when I'm looking at everything. I'm not just looking at the projects bullish. Some projects that I think are bullish, I still pass on, because I'm like, I don't know if they're gonna get dumped on. The dilution is bad, or whatever. The valuation is too high or whatever. But yeah, that's all the stuff you got to pay attention to. But anyway, from the topic of the thumbnail, it's pretty much the same thing I was talking about yesterday with all this other stuff that I talked about. Is that I still feel, and I don't mind being wrong, and I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't invest right now, but I still feel, just like I said yesterday, I'm gonna say this one more time. I do not have a crystal ball. I am not trying to make a solid, like a 100% faultless prediction. But what I will say is the same thing I keep saying to y'all. You got to realize when you listen into these bigger channels, they are traders. Even when they say they're not traders, they're traders. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They be saying they're not a trader. But we know you're a trader. So these people trade the market up and down. They long it, they short it, right? And so this next week after the halving, of these next 10 days, is of my belief, I'm not saying this is factual, that they're gonna be telling y'all, all right, this is the time to, and usually I'm the one telling y'all it's time to buy. And I'm not saying it's not. Particular projects you should be trying to buy right now and get some entries, right? But I feel like they're gonna be pumping people up to buy because after the halving it's gonna skyrocket. But I feel like the next 9 to 10 days they're gonna try to pump the hell out of the market, pump the prices up. But I feel like in that May time, it's gonna be it's gonna go down. It's either gonna be stagnant or we're gonna get a little retracement, which is good to me. That's good to me because it gives us a chance to buy. But what I'm saying is, you should already been getting a position, especially if you're in my Patreon or on this channel, already getting in your positions. And sometimes you got to just sit there on your hands and like, just chill. And I think we're gonna get some better prices on some of these. But I think for the next, where we at now? We at April 23rd. So we got. I'm not the best with this. April has 30 days, right? Not 31. So I think it has 30 days. Let me know if I'm wrong. You're probably laughing at me, but whatever. Um, but for these next 7 days, which is exactly a week, I feel like they're gonna be pumping and pressing you, whatever. May go into like May 3rd, May 4th, or whatever. I don't know. But I feel like 4 days before May, 4 days after May, we're gonna start to see some retracements or whatever. But there's nothing to be scared about. I know. Listen, I know. Even some of y'all on Patreon, I know some of y'all that used to talk. Y'all just quiet as on or what now? Some people quiet for other reasons, but y'all quiet because y'all probably a little frantic or whatever. Y'all don't really know what's going on. You see some of the altcoins retracing a little bleeding. So, but yeah, I think we're gonna have some better buys, and I'll just keep trying to. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Was one of the best things. It's one of the best. I keep saying it, and I'm tired of saying it. Y'all probably tired of hearing it. But if you go to buy something at the store, most of the times you want it to be on sale. You don't ever want to pay regular price for anything. So if you catch a sale, it's a good thing. All you have to know is that we going up from here. And sometimes I buy projects knowing that the price could go lower, but sometimes it takes a couple of cycles for you to get that type of discipline to be like, hey man, I 90% know that this is probably gonna go lower, but let me still go get some entry or whatever, because you'll be sad if it goes back up. We haven't we having problem with one. I'm having this problem with like 3 or 4 projects. I'm like, could you stop freaking going up? Like, can you give me some chance to get some more of this or whatever? Um, but yeah, I think y'all learn it soon. Y'all will learn it soon that take advantage of these times to buy. But at the same time, that's my point of view. So I give you my point of view. That's not my prediction, but that's how I feel it will happen. But at the same time, it could totally do the other thing because I told y'all before, like, what if they know that this is what everybody's expecting, sell a man, walk away, and they just flip the script on us, and then it just starts going crazy. What I will say is Bitcoin reached all time high earlier. So what if that kind of shift the way the cycle moves? But at the same time, I keep saying I have to remind even myself of some of the things in this market will continuously be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Hold on, let me check something real quick. They will continue to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. So I just feel like we're gonna get that dip in May. So get some positions that you're trying to get or whatever, but you don't have to FOMO too hard because I feel like we're gonna have some better buying opportunities. Man, this thing getting on my nerves. Uh, mm, mm, mm. Yeah, I'm looking for some better buys, y'all. But anyway, let's get to some of these comments, questions, and concerns, and all that kind of good stuff. Oh, we kind of skimpy today. Like I got, unless my stream is wrong, I got like 5 or 6 on here. Usually we have like 15. That's all good. What I will say is, and I'm not trying to gloat, but I think y'all starting to see between the channel and the Patreon that there's a little channel be knowing what they talking about. Well, the channel, I don't be saying that on the channel, but the Patreon does. Um, we be early. We be early. As he said, good morning. Good morning. How you doing? As he said, do you think there's another opportunity to DCA? And oh yeah, I was just talking about that in the coming weeks. Yeah, I feel like we gonna get a little euphoric pump or whatever for the traders in the next 7 days. And I know y'all probably keep asking like, well, if you know it's gonna drop, man, why don't you sell and buy back? Like I just seen too much in this market, man. I just rather not. And I'm gonna say this, no, it does. Because I'm human. Like it does. I would say it bothers me about 10%, but not much. Not even close to 50%. I'm like, man, I knew it was gonna drop, but you guys just you gotta woosah. You gotta woosah. I don't know if y'all know what that means. Y'all seen Bad Boys Martin? That's what they do. When he gets highly stressed, he just starts saying woosah to calm himself down. But sometimes you look at it, and you like, I knew that was gonna drop, but you just gotta be like, that's cool, it's cool, and just hopefully whether you get a paycheck every week or bi-weekly or whatever, just the paycheck comes or some payday comes and you can get some, you can buy it some more in DCA and when the price goes lower. But I think we'll have some more buying opportunities. But I feel like especially around the first week, second week of May, I think we will. I think we'll be cool. And as I keep saying, y'all don't want this market to go up as fast as y'all thinking. But some of y'all did coming in thinking I'm gonna make money immediately and I'm gonna throw $1,000 in here because I want to buy a new car in the next 6 weeks. Nah, that's not how it works, man. It could, but that's not how you should be looking at this market. Um, you kind of looking to abuse the market. Like that's not even a good mindset to have, to be honest. Um, but whatever. Crypto said, "Do you have a rough estimate timeline of when you would be done packing all your bags for this bull run?" Man, I thought I did, but the market has been the market has been the market has been so volatile and all these different moves. Two things that have been messing up the plan I thought I had is number one is projects launching later because we went bullish way faster than everybody thought. The price started skyrocketing, and then we started having all these big retracements like early. And so like projects, I know some projects that were supposed to launch like 2 months ago. I'm not even exaggerating. They were supposed to launch in February. They haven't launched yet. Some they were supposed to launch last month didn't launch yet. Some they were supposed to, and so everybody keeps pushing back their launch date. So it's two things. Either they're waiting for the market to get bullish, like most smart projects do, and they want to launch when everything's skyrocketing, or they know something that we don't. Now I keep saying maybe it's going to be a prolonged cycle, but I still don't feel like they can know these types of things because even though some of these projects are good, they're not connected to like the 1%, BlackRock and Larry Fink and all that kind of stuff. It's the whales, it's the big dogs that really control what Bitcoin does or whatever. So, um, I'm in my mind, I thought it was going to be my first target. I know it sounds crazy, but if y'all were in the last cycle, it kind of makes sense. I was thinking like April main bags or whatever, and then maybe July, August. But I don't know, man. I would hope around. Um, I don't know. Right now is, but the craziest thing is we keep saying like the cycle gonna be fast and it could end at the beginning of next year. Um, I really can't answer that question, man. I mean, it could be around October, November. I don't know. It depends on when projects decide to launch. I know lot of them are launching in the next 4 months. You have a couple that are launching in the fall, but it just depends on how secure I feel with my bags by then. Um, I don't know, man. I don't know. I tried to answer. You see, I went through all the thoughts in my head trying to answer, but I just don't really know. But in my mind, I wish I could be done by August. Um, so something like that. Dre said, "Have a good day, Zo. I'm thinking of buying some more G Swift. Where is it at today? I mean, y'all know my bags are packed on it. I saw that the price it got to it was like 34 cents I think at one point, and so I was thinking about getting some more of it. But I feel like my bags are like really packed on G Swift. It's at 32 now, so it's a good place to buy. That's a good place to buy, I would say. But my bags are packed on it. But I might get a little bit more. There's some like I said, there's still so many projects to come out and other stuff that I want to pack my bags on. And so it depends on after I pack those and see, if I have some left over that I want to put in some more in G Swift. But y'all know I pack my bags way early on that because, like I said, we got G Swift around 4 cents. So, but I think it's a good entry. I think it's a good entry now. Dre said we back. Yeah, I don't know why the stream went out earlier. I have no idea why that happened. That was weird. It went black, and I think y'all couldn't even hear me for a minute as well. We at the last comment already. I guess y'all chill today. Y'all scared today? What's going on? I know y'all not scared. Um, collector. What? Collector. I'm not. Anyways. But yeah, I guess it's a short stream today. I mean, that's cool with me. I can get back to studying and get some other stuff done. If nobody has any more comments or questions. But if you're new to the channel or if you've been on the channel for a while and you just haven't joined the Patreon, you can join the Patreon. It said, if I can pull this link up, I'm always slow with this, man. But you can join the Patreon at patreon.com/cryptozoa. Click the link in the comment section that I just put there. If you want some help navigating the market and figuring different things out, and getting in some good plays early, it's definitely the Patreon to be into. I think the value is, I mean, it's actually much more than the price that it is right now. And I feel like a lot of people are gonna find out late, but it's all good. It'll be too late. Caillou said, "What's your favorite place you've traveled to?" I can't even say, man. I can't even say. There's a lot that I want to travel to. Um, Y'all be asking me hard questions. I think too deep about stuff, so that's why some questions may be easy for other people to answer, but not as much for me. I couldn't even tell you. Um, but yeah, if you guys want to join the Patreon, it's at patreon.com/cryptozo. We had a quick stream today, but that's all good. I'm gonna go check on some other things and study some other stuff. But join the Patreon before we close it off, and I'm gonna see you guys next time.